Hi everyone, this is Erin from VixenDaily, and in this video we're going to be discussing how to give a man space so that he misses you and comes crawling back. So, you're here because you want to know how to give a guy space and you're not sure what to do about the situation. Maybe he hasn't been responding to texts lately or hanging up the phone a little bit quicker than you'd like. Maybe it feels like something has shifted in the relationship and he's not as present or emotionally open. Maybe he's straight up ghosting you and it's freaking you out. Or maybe he's been upfront with you and has blatantly said, yo, I need space. Whatever the situation is, this video is going to tell you exactly what to do. I understand that you might feel like you can lose him at any moment and you feel heartbroken and terrified. So I first want to discuss why a guy wants space. What is going on here? So I want to make it clear. It is perfectly natural for a guy to want space. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, as they say. Part of falling in love is being apart from your partner. Being good at giving a guy space is actually an essential part of any good relationship. So look at this as an opportunity for him to appreciate you more and actually reach for more of you. The real problem is not the guy wanting space or giving your guy space. It's perfectly natural for a guy to want some space to himself. Perfectly 100 billion% natural and normal. So you don't have to worry about this being some kind of big problem or, urgent matter. So if you really analyze it, the real problem is not giving the guy space, but worrying about it itself. So let me explain something. It's natural for a guy to want some space to himself, especially if he's going through something emotional, because nearly all men prefer to work out their feelings privately and reemerge once they sort themselves out. So I know a lot of people might say, well, if I think something bad is going to happen, if I give him space, how can I not worry? Well, first, let me give you an example to illustrate how this worrying can actually end up destroying your relationship. So I need to explain something very clearly. What do you do when a man is pulling away and needs space? Before I tell you what to do, I need to tell you what not to do so that you avoid pushing him away even further and turn a short break into a relationship-ending nightmare. Whatever you do, don't go chasing after him. Do not text him a lot. Do not call him. Do not message him on social media. Do not look at him for, your source of validation and reassurance. Do not avoid the impulse. Let him take the space he needs without you reaching out to him and reinserting yourself into his life. Don't let fear of losing the guy end up destroying your relationship. Never forget that. When you started seeing this guy, you were not worried he was going to leave you. You weren't worried that you were going to lose something you had. You now think you have something which you think you can lose. And honestly, this mindset will completely sabotage your entire relationship. What happens is that the more you think about losing the guy, the worse you feel. And the more you want these negative feelings to be resolved. So you start acting differently because instead of your own enjoyment being your guide in the relationship, now your negative emotions are driving the ship. Your fears of losing him make you want to control him because you're afraid if you don't, you might lose him. And when people feel like someone is trying to control them, they instinctively pull away. Similarly, if your thoughts are dominated by fears of losing the guy, your mood won't be fun to be around. Instead of the mood being light and easy and funny, the mood is paranoid, suspicious, and gloomy. And when the mood feels like that, people instinctively want to get away from it. Plain and simple. People don't want to feel like they're being controlled, and they don't want to be around someone who's in a bad mood. That's not just a guy thing, that's a human thing. So, what should you actually do to keep him by your side? Well, first of all, it's important to say that it's completely normal, again, as I mentioned before, for a guy to want some space, and it's completely normal to give him space, so give him space. Like I also said before, if you try to control him or make him stay with you, it's only going to drive him even further away. Lots of guys want space because they don't feel in control of themselves emotionally. They want to figure out what to do with a relationship and just get a breather. Most guys need time and space in order to start feeling closer and more connected with a woman. That is why clinging to him and trying to pull him closer will backfire every single time. And that is why giving him space will make him miss you and make him more likely to come back. Since giving a guy space is part of his process for falling in love and staying in love with you, you don't want to interrupt that process. The big secret to giving someone space is being happy about giving them space and seeing it as a good thing for your relationship. When you understand that a guy needing space is part of his way of processing emotions, it's a lot easier to let a guy have his process because you no longer take it personally. He doesn't want space to get away from you. He wants it so he can have his process. If he's looking for some space, let him have it. You don't know the reason you want space, and that is perfectly okay. You can use this as a lesson for yourself to learn to be okay with not knowing what is on his mind at the moment. Remember that forever. Like I said before, men want space to sort out their feelings, and then when they're ready, they'll reemerge from their shell and reconnect with you. It's best to consider this a sacred and private process for men, and it's certainly important to men that their partner understands how important it is for them to have space when they need it. If he needs a day, give him a day. If he needs a week, give him a week. What should you do in the meantime? Use this as an opportunity to bring your mood up. Do things you love doing. Connect with your friends and loved ones. Do anything and everything you can do to feel great, feel appreciative for the good things in your life, and feel happy. This is actually even more important than giving him space for 2 important reasons. Reason number 1, if you're doing things to enjoy yourself and improve your mood, what are you not doing? You're not worrying. And if you're not fitting into the fears, the negativity, and the worrying, it won't feel like torture to just leave him alone and give him space. You'll be in a good mood when he does reemerge, so that will likely lead things in a better direction. This is super important. So reason number 2, you'll be in a good mood when he reemerges, so that will put things in a good direction. Moods are like magnets in your relationship. So let's review. Your good moods will put things in a good direction. Your bad moods will put things in a bad direction. So if you ever did more of a reason to be in a good freaking mood, do it for your love life. Ironically, men often need space so that they can be in a good mood within the relationship too. Everyone has their process, and the relationships work best when both partners understand how to be in a good mood and bring that good mood into the relationship. If there is a problem in the relationship that needs to be worked out, so be it. You'll give him space and then see what happens from there. Oftentimes, you might give a guy space and he works the problem out himself and it's no longer a problem. Or he comes back and brings up the problem. And if you're in a good mood, you can be in an open state. And then you can really listen to each other and work it out. Either way, your best bet is to give him space and work on being your best, happiest self while you're giving him space. So there you go. I hope that this helped give you input. And if you liked this video, you can read the full article. The link is in the description. And for more love advice, check out VixenDaily.com and the other videos on this channel. You can have the love life you really want and never have to be confused by men or relationships ever again.